Southampton Town Board on this 9th day of February 2023. Please rise and join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Sunday, would you please call the roll?
Supervisor Schneiderman,
Here.
Councilwoman McNamara.
Here.
Councilman Martell.
Here.
Councilman Bouvier.
Here.
Councilman Skibone.
Present.
All right. It's always one. Huh? All right, so we have a
Thought we settled.
fairly, I thought work sessions we say here.
It's like Groundhog
Oh, that's new, I hadn't heard
The
that.
town board meetings, we say present, but it's nothing formal, but that's what I do. But you don't have to do it. All right, so first item is reviewing the draft agenda for the February 14th, Valentine's Day, I believe, meeting. So that's how we're gonna get to celebrate Valentine's Day.
You don't want to spend
At
Valentine's
1 o'clock here. So yeah, it's gonna be 1 o'clock, February 14th, here at Town Hall. And we will have 7 public hearings, it looks like. So we have, the first one is related to acquisition of development rights at 2 Bluff Lane. That's the John Steinbeck home in Sag Harbor. Now, we did say we would try to get the access plan out there. So have we put it on the website?
Yep.
It has
put it
been
on the website.
I mean, we do, it was all put together. I think it was released. Janice, we did some kind of media advisory.
Yes.
No, we did a
On
press
Monday.
release,
We did a press release.
not a media
It's
advisor.
on the website, and it's, yeah,
Yeah.
it went to the CACs and civics.
Yeah, no, and
It's
I
everywhere.
had at least one reporter call me about it, so I think it's out there.
Harris did a story
It is out
about it
there.
already.
Yeah, and I'm pretty happy with how, personally, how it turned out in terms of balancing all the needs, right, with public access
Right.
as well as the sensitivity of the parcel historically, as well as the neighborhood. And you know, appreciate working with all of you guys and Councilman Scavone in particular, but also with the Sag Harbor Partnership and Susan Mead and Councilman Sullivan, everybody who worked so hard. Brett from
Commissioner Center.
the Commissioner Center, so, you know,
And the neighbors.
so I'm hoping that we'll be able to close this hearing and act on it. Do we have a resolution in the package yet?
Yes.
We do.
Yes,
Okay.
yep.
All right, so we would be able to then act that afternoon. All right, so the second public hearing is amending, we still have TO, but I guess that's town ordinance. Local law to amend TO 312, parking prohibited designation location, the portion of County Road 80. It's in Hampton Bay, so this is that National Grid issue that we sort of left open where they have the manhole covers. And Rick, you were working on this, right?
Yeah, we were asking for the opinion of the county on increasing the parking, but honestly, I've been there several times. I was actually there when National Grid was working on the manholes, and it's gonna have to go as we proposed it. We're gonna have to do the no parking there.
It actually increases the sight line coming off of Old Riverhead Road. I walked around
So you
there,
think there might be some benefit to not parking there?
looking on the bright side. I
It is.
suppose.
There is a
Because-
lot of traffic
Yeah.
comes out of there in the
It's
morning.
a
Yeah.
cut through for ways to bring people out to
Right.
Montauk Highway. So that part of it was great, 20 or 30 feet. It was just the additional parking spaces. But 3 National Grid trucks pulled up there, parked between the manhole covers and the fog line, which is pretty nice area, and it maybe was 4 trucks along 190 feet. So we're gonna have to go with it. I think the neighbors understand at this point.
Yeah, I
Well, it's the
I-
businesses, right?
It
The
seems-
one, as a matter of fact, the one gentleman who spoke said thank you to everybody
For trying.
for listening and understanding.
Yeah, I wish we could create some more parking on the south side of the road somewhere, but I thought there might have been one opportunity there. one little triangular piece that maybe we could get some parking spaces in. I guess for another day. All right, so that's the second public hearing. The third public hearing considers amending 178. The East Quogue Public Drinking Water Infrastructure Improvement Plan to sunset that's that CPF program where we're connecting people in that area free of charge. Number 4 is a public hearing considering amending Town Code Chapter 298 taxation to amend Article 13, exemption for first-time home buyers, to continue the exemptions for newly constructed homes. I think Councilman Scibone, you've been working on that, right? Is that's related to the CPF program, or is that related to something else?
The CPF program.
It is CPF. Okay. Number 5 is public hearing to consider amending Town Code Chapter 298, Article 5, exemption for senior citizens to increase income eligibility for property tax relief.
Yeah, these three are all related. This is
Yeah.
something we do it standard.
We're increasing the income limits,
Yeah.
right? So, number 6 is related to exemptions for disabled persons in terms of eligibility for property tax relief. So we're increasing the income there too. And number 7 is considering amending town code to include special exemption standards for living quarters for golf course employees. We've been hearing from some of the golf courses quite favorably in terms of this. All right, so then we get to resolutions, and let's try to get through these as quick as possible. Tommy John?
Town Board Resolution 141 of 2023, co-sponsored with Councilwoman McNamara. This is a resolution of adopting local law to amend TO 312, parking prohibited in designated locations on a portion of County Road 80, East Montauk Highway, Hampton Bays, in order to provide National Grid unencumbered access to manhole covers in order to maintain and operate the gas main pressure regulator system. We were just discussing this.
Okay, the only thing is, in the notice of adoption, it's at the bottom, we need to update the date of the meeting to February 14th.
Well, we
from
had 2
January
meetings,
24th.
right? Do we have to list both dates of the hearing?
We
Yes.
did originally hear this on the 24th.
And
The
20
24th is when you're actually going to be
14th.
adopting.
The 14th.
The 14th, yes, the
The
14th, I'm sorry.
14th, yeah.
Right.
But
Yes.
shouldn't we say
But we
the
did hold a
24th
meeting on
and
the 24th.
You
Yes,
did
we
hold a
just-
meeting on the
That's right.
24th, but you're adopting it on the 14th, not the 24th. You didn't adopt it.
Okay.
But it says
So-
after a public hearing was held by the town board, both in person via, on January 24th and,
No, but it says it was adopted at their meeting on January 24th, and we're adopting it on the 14th.
It says you had a public hearing that was held on January 24th, and then at the meeting of February 14th, you adopted local law, which will be numbered later.
Right.
So the second, January 24th should
Has to
be
be
14th.
February 14th.
February 14th.
Assuming it passes.
Yeah.
Because you didn't take an action at the last meeting. You're taking the action at the upcoming.
but it should
Tabled.
state the dates that the hearings were held.
It is.
It does.
It does.
The first date is the
First-
hearing date, and the second date is the adoption date.
We only had one public hearing, Supervisor.
We're
But
gonna
we're
have
having
that
another
too.
one
Tuesday.
on the 14th. But I mean, it's just a carryover.
Adjourned to the 14th, correct.
All right, so.
This happens frequently when you
I just
change.
think it should say where we held a hearing on January 24th and February 14th,
You're
and then,
That's correct.
and then at the meeting of February
That's
14th,
correct.
adopt our
Yes,
local law.
that's correct.
Yes,
That's what
that's
Clerk
what
is
we're
saying.
proposing.
Okay, all right, I wasn't sure you guys were saying that we should, I think we need to list both hearing dates. Okay,
We do, yes.
okay.
So you can take care of that? and-
Thank you.
Yeah, so we won't have to amend it.
You don't need,
Yes, I will.
We'll,
No.
we'll,
Right.
we'll,
This is the draft review, so I'm just alerting you that we
Mhm.
need to make this change.
Yeah.
And if you're agreeable to that, we'll do so.
Rick,
Okay, Town Board Resolution ID 42396, authorize supervisor renewal license agreement with Tee to Green Food Service Incorporated for the operation of the food and beverage service at the Boxabog Golf Center, and authorize the supervisor to sign any and all documents pertaining to this license agreement.
Breakfast all day.
So that is a renewal.
Yeah.
That's that Randy is, same guy?
Yes.
42294, authorized office supply purchases from Staples using Sourcewell contract. The next one, 42271, authorized purchase and installation fencing from Suffolk County contract with residential fences.
42375, authorize the purchase of managed print
Whoa,
service.
whoa, whoa.
Wait.
Did I move?
Yeah,
we-
you put the
we
page.
Skipped one of
Four-
Rick's.
42400, authorized purchase of groundskeeping repair parts, service and accessories from Suffolk County contract with All Island Equipment Corp.
And now 42375, authorize the purchase of managed print services from Omna Partners contract with Toshiba Business Solutions.
All right. 42330, authorized purchase of safety shoes from Suffolk County contract with Safeguard. Safety, did you find that funny?
Just, I don't remember.
More
I
than
didn't know we bought safety shoes.
Safety shoes from Safeguard Safety Shoe Company.
Our
Town
insurance
Board Resolution
adjuster
ID
loves it.
42401, authorized purchase of snowplow and spreader parts from Suffolk County contract with Trius Incorporated. 42456, authorize the purchase of trailer from United AG and Turf NE LLC using Sourcewell contract. Authorized purchase, Town Board Resolution 42460, authorized purchase of 2 Henderson six-wheel dump trucks with plows from Henderson Products Incorporated using the Sourcewell contract.
42325, authorized purchases of automotive Ford vehicle parts and service from Suffolk County contract with Newlands Bay Shore Ford. Newlands, I guess Bay Shore, is that 2 words, Bay Shore? Bay Shore Ford. I thought Bay Shore was 1 word. I guess not. Maybe somebody could check that.
It's 2 words.
2 words.
It is, all right, 42389, authorized roof replacement at 240 West Montauk Highway from Roof Services of New York, a Tecta American company using NCPA contract. And I believe that is the building that's slated for the trustees as well as Office of Housing, Community Development.
Okay, Town Board Resolution ID 42441, authorize supervisor to execute the 2023 Inspirational Triathlon Racing Incorporated DVA I-Tri contract. We do have an amendment to that in the final resolve and also in the financial impact where it says 3015. It should actually be 6119.
3015 becomes 6119.
Yes.
Cindy, you get that?
No, I did
So
not.
it's not really an amendment, just a correction. So now, is that in the case
On the
too? In the GL, because there's twice, the GL
Yes.
code appears twice.
Yes, it's in the final resolve and also in the financial impact.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's good to hear. We've been working with them for a long time, so I'm really glad to see this
No,
kind
they're
of
awesome.
came about. Good.
Yeah, it's a good group.
Thanks, Rick.
All right, 42290, authorized supervisor to execute a 2023 contract with Risk Strategies Company, Inc. to provide actuarial services to the town.
Town Board Resolution 42439, authorize supervisor to execute the 2023 Human Understanding and Growth Services HUGS contract. There's also a correction in that one also. Again, in the final resolve and the financial impact, it should be 6119.
Instead of 3015.
Correct.
Got it.
Town Board Resolution ID 42399, co-sponsored with Councilman Martell, is to authorize supervisor to sign contract extensions with I'm having trouble with reading this, BioLow Industries, Green A Petroleum, I think that's what it's saying, and Miles Petroleum Company Incorporated for oils, lubricants, and grease.
Town Board Resolution ID 42297, authorize supervisor to sign a contract extension for maintenance, installation, repair of water mains with Roadwork Construction Corporation. Town Board Resolution 42308, authorize supervisor to sign contract extension for furnace and install microsurfacing and/or crack sealing with Thomas H. Gannon and Sons Incorporated. Town Board Resolution ID 42307, authorize supervisor to sign contract extensions with South Fork Asphalt and Rosemar Contracting Corp. for drainage construction east and west of the canal.
42413, authorize supervisor to sign contract with TK Elevator Corporation for preventative maintenance of elevators located at Hampton Bays Community Center, Flanders, New York, and the Hampton Bays Community Center in Hampton Bays, New York.
Town Board Resolution ID 42440, authorize supervisor to sign Family Service League grant agreement and accept funds from Youth Bureau to provide mental health outreach and counseling to youth and families. Town Board Resolution ID 42388, authorize the purchase of a 2024 Kenworth T4 ADV dump truck from Gabrielli Truck Sales Limited using the Sourcewell contract.
42274, authorize the purchase of auto parts and accessories from Omnia Partners contract with Advanced Auto Parts.
Town Board Resolution 42431, authorize the purchase of food products and related supplies from Omnia Partners with Premier Inc. and with distribution through U.S. Foods.
42267, authorize the purchase of gasoline for the New York State OGS contract with Sprague Operating Resources LLC.
Town Board Resolution ID 42405, authorize the purchase of heavy-duty brake and truck parts from AA Systems Truck and Bus under the Town of Huntington contract number TOH 21-01-002. Town Board Resolution ID 42371, authorize the purchase of Hitachi six-wheel loader from All Island Equipment Corp. using the Town of Islip contract.
42369, authorize the purchase of law enforcement safety equipment and supplies from the Albany County with Galls LLC.
Town Board Resolution 42432, authorize the purchase of milk and dairy products from the NYS OGS with Primo Land Dairies LLC.
42320, authorize the purchase of Power Plan desktop system from Paseo Technologies to assist in the scheduling of bus services provided by Senior Services.
Resolution 42433, authorize the purchase of road salt from the New York State OGS contract with Atlantic Salt Incorporated. Town Board Resolution ID 42402, authorize the purchase of tires from the Suffolk County contract with Barnwell House of Tires.
John, read from Maplestory.
I think I'm next anyway, right? 42.
Yep.
Town Board Resolution ID 42442, co-sponsored with Councilman Stbws, is authorized the sale of the community benefit unit located at 93 Samantha Circle, West Hampton. Town Board Resolution ID 42407, co-sponsored with Councilman Stbws, is authorized the supervisor to sign an extended agreement with L.K. McLean Associates, P.C. for professional services associated with the Reeves Bay Nature Trail.
Town Board Resolution ID 42416, authorize the supervisor to execute a 2023 Youth Bureau agreements with Youth Bureau Programming Consultants.
Town Board Resolution ID 42395 is to authorize the supervisor to execute an agreement with Contemporary Computer Services Incorporated for network installation for 240 West Montauk Highway.
Town Board Resolution ID 42309, authorize supervisor to sign a contract extension for bituminous concrete and bituminous materials with East Island Asphalt Corp. Town Board ID 42265, authorize the supervisor to sign a contract extension for printing and mailing of the Hampton Bays Water District bills with Questmark Information Management Incorporated.
Town Board Resolution ID 42479, authorize the supervisor to sign it should, I think, be an extended contract with Nessiano Consulting Incorporated for grant writing assistance, page 40.
Town Board Resolution 42393, authorize the supervisor to sign agreements for senior service programs.
Town Board Resolution ID 42445, authorize the supervisor to sign an agreement with Briscoe Protective LLC for 1370 Majors Path, Southampton, New York.
42449, authorize the supervisor to sign an agreement with Briscoe Protective LLC for 20 Jackson Avenue,
We missed one.
Hampton Bays, New York.
Page 44, Jay.
Page 44.
So, we're up to 42329,
Oh.
authorize the supervisor to sign an amendment to the lease agreement for 38 Little Plains Road parking lot and garage bays.
Town Board Resolution 42472, authorize the supervisor to sign a contract extension for furnish and deliver meter pits and ancillary equipment with Ferguson Waterworks.
So we're just going back and reading the parking lot, the rent is going up by 10%,
What's the
Lovely.
same rent?
from 800 a month to 900 a month, starting end of last year,
That's still-
plus an additional $50 a month per electricity. So it's really 150. Okay. All right, so now we're at,
Town Board Resolution ID 42295, authorize the supervisor to sign contract with York Labs for the Hampton Bays Water District.
Town Board Resolution 42417, authorize the supervisor to sign the 2023 SEPA Mujer Incorporated Human Services Grant.
Town Board Resolution ID 42409, authorize the supply and delivery of auto parts from Grade A Petroleum Corp. under Town of East Hampton contract number EH 21-027.
Should I remove one of those parts?
Yeah, we think
or-
we can take one of those out.
Okay.
what did you take out?
Second
It says
part.
parts twice.
Duplicate.
Parts.
Auto parts?
Auto parts.
42317, authorize the town to participate in the Environmental Facilities Corporation's Clean Vessel System Program, operation and maintenance project to support the Bay Constable's Pump Out Boat Program for 2023. We haven't officially changed it from Bay Constables to Harbor Masters, right? That's occurring?
That's in this, I think that's in this, it's in this packet that we're
Really?
doing that.
I guess it won't
I
matter.
don't think it don't matter for that.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Rick.
Town Board ID 42473, award and authorize supervisor to sign contract for track loader, accessories, and trailer with All Island Equipment Incorporated.
42394, award and authorize supervisor to sign contract with Paul Singer Design for educational signage for the Peconic Estuary Committee. All right, 42322, award and authorize the supervisor to sign a contract with H2M Architects and Engineers for architectural and engineering services for the Southampton Police Headquarters expansion.
Sandy, I'd like to be added as a co-sponsor.
Okay.
Town Board Resolution 42467, declare items surplus and authorize disposal of Cisco access points.
42280, declare item surplus and authorize disposal of vehicles. It looks like there's three of them there.
1971.
Got a Crown Vic.
Yeah, 1971, GMC. Line up, they'll be lining up for that one.
Vehicle number 24.
All right, 42376, designate professional surveying firms for the town of Southampton.
Sunday, you'd like to be added to that, please?
42376.
Correct, thank you.
There's a whole bunch of,
Yeah, this, as you know, is part of getting prepped for our
Yeah.
FIMP project, yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
yeah, that's a lot of different surveys.
Yeah, well, it's a big project. We have over 100 surveys to do, so we want
Yeah,
to divvy it up.
Yeah.
Kelly's been working very closely with
Brought it
Tom
up and it
Nick
should-
on this.
that'll speed it up, the more,
And some of this goes through municipal works, we probably need to.
Oh,
talk
yeah,
about
Tom
that,
and Nick
too.
have been very involved in it, and Kelly and
Yeah, I
working
mean,
with
staff-wise.
Gil Anderson, yeah.
so I'm up to 42373, we're calling amend Authorize supervisor to sign an agreement with Southampton Hospital for production assistance with the show Your Health Matters to be broadcast on Sun 20 TV.
Sunday, I'd like to be added.
Okay.
Co-sponsored. Thank you.
And the town compensates us for that. I'm sorry, this hospital
Hospital,
compensates. Hospital compensates the town for that. 42437, recall and amend town board resolution number 1103 of 2022 as it relates to First Coastal Corporation. Right, I had raised the issue of whether they needed a waiver, and I think this is a waiver. Right, Jim?
I'm sorry.
On First
First
Coastal,
Coastal.
because they do work for private.
Oh,
clients
yes, yeah.
From the ethics code.
Absolutely.
But they're sort of a, there's really,
Sole source
sole
in some
source,
ways,
yeah.
you're right, it really is, yeah.
There's really nobody else that's doing what they're
Yeah,
doing.
and we appreciate his expertise in this field, for
No,
sure.
yeah,
It's been very
Aaron's
helpful. So,
42438, recall and amend 2022-1110, authorize the supervisor to sign an agreement with Briscoe Protective LLC for 1976 North Sea Road, Conscience Point Marina.
That's alarm system.
That's alarm system, yeah, 42390, recall and amend resolution 2022-1152, authorize the supervisor to sign extended contracts with Southampton Volunteer Ambulance Facility with Commander Electric for the electrical portion, Intricate Tech Solutions LTD for the mechanical portion, Hirsch and Company for the plumbing portion, and Stalco General Contractors for the general construction portion. And I mean, I heard that a lot of the material was about to arrive for that ambulance barn.
Mhm.
Has anybody seen? I heard it was a,
Drove past there this morning. They were not on site.
no?
Nothing there yet?
Okay. Any day now, you're gonna
Any
start
day.
seeing some real
Looks like they're
activity.
ready to go, yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to be added to that. Thank
All
you.
right. 42366, recall and amend 2023-104, authorize supervisor to sign contract extension with G&M Dej Inc. for vehicle fuel management system maintenance installation.
Town Board Resolution ID 42443 is a 2023 notice to bidders for a 2022 Ford F600 dump truck for municipal works. Town Board Resolution ID 42478, 2023 notice to bidders for F250 Super Duty with plow, co-sponsored with Councilwoman McNamara.
Town Board Resolution ID 42360, the 2023 notice to bidders for 2020 Eager Beaver 55 GSL-3 trailer.
Town Board Resolution ID 42300, reject bids and second notice to bidders for portable toilet rentals. I guess the first ones weren't working out.
Was it waste?
A waste.
And
I had another word in mind, but I refrained. Town Board Resolution ID 42283 is a 2023 notice to bidders for irrigation maintenance and repair.
All right, 42372, 2023, request for qualifications for professional appraisal services.
It's also.
That's also FIP,
Yeah,
right?
also FIP, yeah.
42268, accepts grant from FM Global for the Fire Prevention Department and amends the 2023 adopted budget. 42298, amends 2022 adopted budget for Land Management Division.
I'd like to be added to that, Sunday, please.
Okay. Got it.
Land Management is a department. Should it say Land Management
It should,
Department in the title?
Mhm.
it's, well, long-range planning department, land management, I don't know, that's
Yeah, it's
good.
town, it's actually Town Planning and Development is Janice's title, administrator, but still Land Management Department, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So yeah, just
Let's
fix it in the
get checked.
title, Sunday.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Change
Need to
it.
check
It's just
the
in the
division
title
of
of
the title.
42298.
It says it actually in the body of it, yeah.
Just say Land Management Department
Does it?
rather than division. 42446, amend the 2022 budget for the various departments. 42415, amend 23 to 27 capital budget for Water District subaqueous crossing. We were talking about that earlier.
Town Board Resolution ID 42428. It's authorized disbursement of landmarks maintenance award for window replacement and maintenance of the town landmark topping Rayner House located at 121 South Road, West Hampton. Town Board Resolution ID 42444 is authorized funding to furnish and install fencing at the old Southampton burying ground with Residential Fences Corp.
Sunday, is it burying ground? or
Yes,
bury-
it is.
Burying, right?
Historically
It's-
accurate
yeah.
to say burying ground.
I had a feeling, and I knew you would know.
That's
Yeah, that's part of my department.
that's her thing,
I
really.
knew that. You were dying to add that. Very good.
No.
All right, go ahead, John.
I just have to shake the next pun out of my head. Town Board Resolution ID 42257 is to appoint Affirmative Action Task Force for 2023. Town Board Resolution ID 42370, appoint Anti-Bias Task Force Committee for 2023.
42422, reappoint individuals to the Architectural Review Board.
I'd like to be added to that Sunday.
You want to be on the Architectural Review Board?
Well, I'm
Oh,
the
you want-
liaison to architecture.
Okay, I thought you wanted to be on it.
No, the Conservation Board was enough.
Okay, and I'm just going to attach the,
42423, appoint Michael Charrier Chair of the ARB.
Same, was,
And we'll put John as a co-sponsor.
certainly.
42426, reappoint individuals to the Conservation Board. John, you want to be a
yeah, I'm a
co-sponsor?
liaison to Conservation as well. Appreciate that. Thank
All
you,
right,
Supervisor.
you got that, Sunday?
Got it?
42427, appoint Harry Ludlow Chair of the Conservation Board for 2023. John, you want to co-sponsor that? too?
Yes, please.
All right. Cindy?
42346, appoint Dark Skies Advisory Committee for 2023.
42424, appoint Licensing Review Board members for 2023. 42425, appoint Anthony Natalia Chair of the Licensing Review Board for 2023.
42318, appoint Trails Advisory Board for 2023.
42420, reappoint individuals to the Public Safety Commission. 42421, appoint Robert I. Ross, Chair of the Public Safety Commission, 2023. 42315, authorize additional funds for payment of outstanding legal services by Vincent Toomey Esquire for 2022. 42386, continuation of legal services by Vincent Toomey for 2023. 42392, authorize the town to reimburse NYMER the deductible property damage claims. 42436, authorize town attorney to sign a stipulation of settlement agreement. 42381, continuation of legal services by Campola, Middleton, and McCormick as it relates to litigation filed against the town involving River Rock Structured Capital, LLC. 42383, continuation of legal services by Sutherland, Ballin, Adler, and Hyman as it relates to Rose Hill Road, Watermill. 42384, continuation of legal services by Devitt Spellman and Barrett. 42385, continuation of legal services by Stephen Leventhal for ethics matters in 23. 42262, call and amend resolution 2022-1130 as to the authorization of additional funds for Soderman, Ballin, Adler, and Hyman, LLP. 42273, recall and amend resolution 2022-1131 as to the authorization of additional funds for David Arnstein, Esquire, for the law offices of Voles and Bigliata, PLLC for 22. 42387, retains David Arnstein, Esquire, of the law offices of Thomas and Voles, PLLC, for all matters involving sand mines in the town of Southampton for 2023. 42404 retains Stbws Barrett LLP as it relates to the matter of Richard Amper et al. Versus Town of Southampton Planning Board et al. And the Lewis Road PRD project. 41909, resolution of adoption amending Town Code Chapter 178, East Quogue Public Drinking Water Infrastructure Improvement Program to add a sunset provision. So that's subject to that hearing. Tommy John is next.
ID number 41289, resolution of adopting, amending Town Code Chapter 298 to amend Article 13, exemption for first-time home buyers to continue the exemption for newly constructed homes.
Cindy, could I be added to that? Actually, the next three.
Yeah, I think the whole board wanted to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
to this.
I'd sign on to that as well.
I'm sorry, I can't hear. It just,
Yeah, you wanna
did
put us all-
everybody want? I need.
Yes.
The whole
I
board
need-
wants
Yeah,
to
we
be
would
on.
probably all
so-
co-sponsor.
Okay, I'm the one
hopefully.
that Cindy just asked for,
Yeah,
And the next two.
and the next two. Gotcha.
Town Board Resolution 41290, a resolution of adoption amending Town Code Chapter 298 taxation to amend Article 5 exemption of for senior citizens to increase the income eligibility for property tax relief, co-sponsored by the entire board. ID number 41292, resolution of adoption amending Town Code Chapter 298 taxation to amend Article 11, partial exemption for disabled persons with limited incomes to increase the income eligibility for property tax relief, again, co-sponsored by the entire board.
42406 amends 2023 Department of Land Management Environmental Division fee schedule.
I'd like to be added to that, please.
42458 authorize supervisor and deputy supervisor to sign documents electronically.
424112, authorize the supervisor to execute any and all documents to participate in the Long Island Greenway Phase 2 application to the United States Department of Transportation Regional Project Assistance Program, known as the Rebuilding American Infrastructure and Sustainability with Equity Raise Grant Program.
I'd like to co-sponsor that as well.
Me as
So would
well,
I.
Cindy.
Yeah.
Entire board?
Sure.
And this is, we had a presentation on this
Yeah, this was-
work session
it's
last week.
Good work, Tommy John.
Yeah.
We're gonna go far with that. Town Board Resolution ID 42411 is to authorize the supervisor to submit to the Clean Energy Communities Grant Application 15,000 EV Community Campaign for the purchase of an electric vehicle. Town Board Resolution ID 42397, co-sponsored with Councilman Scavone, is the authorization of cost reimbursement waiver for the Hampton Bays Hibernians Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade on March 18th, 2023, from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Town Board Resolution ID 42398, co-sponsored with Councilman Scavone, is the authorization of cost reimbursement waiver for the East Quogue Elementary School Robert J. Long 5K Run Walk on April 29th, 2023, from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Could I be added to that, please?
Yeah,
Cindy?
Sunday, me, please.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
The
I just-
42398.
I can't- I'm sorry. Jay,
Yeah.
did you also?
Yeah, well, I wanted to get on to 42397, the Hampton Bays Parade one, and then I would also like to be added on 42398, so,
Okay.
So I think that's
and I probably want to be on the next one, too.
the whole board.
Okay, so right now I'm on the Hampton Bays St. Patrick's Day
I'll
Parade.
go on that.
Yeah, 42465.
Well, 42397, might as well put everybody on that one.
Okay.
And then-
I don't want to be on that one.
Oh, yeah, except for Rick.
Okay. Time out. Time out.
Yes.
Okay.
He's
On
recusing himself.
42397, please raise your hand if you want to be on this.
Everybody but Rick is on it.
How about the sponsor?
Okay.
No?
All right.
So, is that everyone then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I be on?
Sure.
Yes, Charles, you may. Entire
All right,
board.
and then 42398, I think everybody's on.
Everybody's on.
Are we everyone now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
and so
Thank
they
you.
will probably,
right, and it'll probably be the next one, I imagine.
everybody but
Except
Rick
for
on the
Rick,
next one.
on the next one, which I don't think I've read. Town Board Resolution ID 42465, waive of snow, I always do that, showmobile fees for the Hampton Bays Hibernians Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Yes, please.
And that's co-sponsored with everyone, except
Right.
Councilman Martel.
For some unknown reason. All right, yeah. Rick is the Grand
He's
Marshal.
recusing himself.
I don't know if he has to recuse himself. But
Be your only opportunity ever to see me in a top hat. So,
Yeah. We're gonna make good money.
All right, 42435 appoints Kristen Doherty to confidential secretary position at Land Management Planning Division. 42278 appoints Tara Cody to database manager in information technology. 42326 appoints Cindy Hatchis.
Candy.
I'm
Candy.
sorry. So you're Candy?
Candy.
Candy Hatchis to senior office assistant position in human resources.
Sunday, I'd like to be added as a co-sponsor.
42391 promotes police officer Richard Garofalo to rank of sergeant in Southampton Town Police Department. Tommy John, you want to go on that one?
Yes, please.
You got that,
And the
Sandy?
next
And then 42321 creates fire marshal 1 position in community preservation and reassigns Brian Williams. 42242, approve excess vacation carryover from 2022 to 2023 for CSEA members. 42243, approve vacation carryover 2022 to 2033 for CSEA members. Didn't I just say that? Vacation carryover. Well, one is excess and the other is regular. Is that what I'm looking at?
yes.
Yes.
So, yeah, so 5 of them have
The
excess
excess of
and
30.
the rest are standard. Carry over, all right, and then 42403, attendance at NYTOA conference. So that-
ID number 42430, authorize the town code compliance and emergency management administrator to attend the 2023 New York State Association of Town Conference. We're going to have a good showing there.
Yeah,
ID number 42288, authorize the fire marshal, Courtney, I'm sorry.
I didn't touch it.
Yeah, there you go.
intention.
I even practice it with her, and I am truly sorry, Courtney. And Shane Sharkey to attend the New York State Fire Academy Electrical Fire Investigation course March 22nd and March 24th, 2023 in Montreux Falls, New York. ID number 42289, authorize the town investigator Ricardo Larios and code enforcement officer Brian Rondi to attend the New York State Fire Academy Hazmat Tech Module 1, 2, and 3 course February 20th, February 24th in Montour Falls, New York. Sounds like a good one.
42316, authorized personnel from Human Resources Office to attend the Association of Towns Annual Conference. 42429, modifications to CSEA schedule. 42292, update town workplace violence prevention program.
Town Board Resolution 42240, notice of public hearing to consider amending Town Code, Chapter 262, entitled Registration of Foreclosure Properties in order to comply with recently amended state law, S3933.
Okay, do you know about that?
I'm not sure what the change is necessarily.
They've taken away
That-
our
that's-
ability to charge a premium,
Oh, really?
so now they have set the fee much lower than we had it, so.
All right. This is for the registry for foreclosed properties.
Yeah, Ryan Murphy felt it was still really important to keep the data, so he continued with the program.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay. What are we allowed to charge?
75 maybe?
150, I think it's
Instead of 500?
Looks like it's,
150, right?
yeah, from 500, well, the proposed language is as established by annual fee schedule.
He's presenting this at public
Yeah.
hearing, right? Rick?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I believe it's like 75 to the company, 75 to us.
So it's at 150 now
Yeah.
rather than 500.
Right.
Okay.
Bank lobby.
Okay, 42477, this needs an amendment. So, I have the amendment.
No,
So
why don't you
this-
read it first?
So this is a notice of public hearing on the acquisition of development rights at 7, 9, 11, 12, and 15 Marston Street, Sag Harbor, and to amend the community preservation project plan to include 15 Marston Street, and amend CPF management and stewardship plan to include properties. So this is that partnership with the Sag Harbor School, and apparently we were emailed everything that we had been asking for yesterday. I came in after 6 PM, so I haven't actually seen it yet. But they had at least verbally told me that they were meeting all, I think we had 11 conditions for public hearing. So this would set that public hearing, so that gives us time to look at it before Tuesday. And if everybody's okay on Tuesday, then we could pass this. But there's some changes to the resolution, so there.
So just to back up, did they send documents? Or have we seen an acceptance in writing from them, from the Sag Harbor School Board?
I have to look at it.
Okay,
But I was told that, yes, that was part of what we received,
okay. Okay, good.
that they would meet our conditions.
So if it doesn't, then
Well, then
We-
on Tuesday,
have
we
to
can
table
table it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, so.
Appropriate.
But the resolution, we have several things being added. So I have this Sunday over here, I could just,
I do too.
She has it.
so there's a whereas, it says, whereas Marston Street Properties LLC has expressed an interest in selling the fee title in the amount of 8.5 million, whereas the town of Southampton expressed interest in purchasing development rights on all 5 properties or a shared portion of the fee title in the amount of $6 million. And in addition to the Sag Harbor Union Free School District purchasing a shared portion of the fee title or underlying residual fee in the amount of 2.5 million. And then another whereas, whereas it is contemplated that the Sag Harbor Union Free School District intends to utilize the subject properties as a recreational area in the form of an athletic field. Should that say, Jim, not just them, they're going to be building and operating, maintaining the community park, but it's a community, it's not just a school facility, this makes it sound like it's just, might be their intention to use it, portion of the time, but that's all sort of subject to the access plan,
Yeah, absolutely.
so I just think we need some clarification.
Yeah, I don't have the language in front of me, but the main,
that be in
the
the
main,
resolution?
the main idea was to give notice that that if the town's either buying the development rights and/or a shared fee, that the ultimate use of the property was not for preservation, but it was for active recreation.
Right, okay.
So
But,
I don't want to negotiate on the fly. And, we haven't seen this other stuff, we have the right
No, I
to
haven't
withdraw
seen
it
it,
before, but, that's gonna, so that we're all up to speed on
Absolutely,
this, and
yeah.
we're all working to the same document. I
Yeah.
think it's really
Yeah,
critical.
yeah, I haven't seen the document yet.
It's those
So
little things that
Jackie
can make
did
all the
schedule
difference.
this for further discussion in exec session today.
I would
I don't
like it
believe
to
she
have
had-
one line, though, that about it
It's on exec
being
session.
a community
Right, we could expand.
facility.
What's the end of "and"? The end of that sentence ends with "and." Should it say "and public park" or what? do we-
No, that's like, and whereas,
Okay.
it's referring, they all have
Is
that.
it just
You
I don't
always have
see-
the semicolon in the
Right, but I don't
end.
see public access
Yeah.
there, so.
That would be where we would insert it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's what I.
we need to get, we're missing
Yeah,
missing
would
another whereas clause or some language in that whereas clause, Jim. that
yeah, I could say, yeah,
Can,
I can provide something to, can
if you could
provide
get
something to you
something to
today,
Sunday
Sunday?
before she publishes it, it
Yeah.
would be good.
I'd say,
That would be
number one, I
great,
would
yeah.
change the word utilized to
Otherwise, we have to
develop
amend it.
the
on the
subject
floor.
properties in the form of, and to be used also for the public, something like that.
Right.
Yeah, well,
If you could just put that in writing to me, that'd be great.
you got it.
Thank
Thank
Okay.
you, thank you.
I mean, what's your time frame?
What's my time frame?
Yeah,
As soon as possible.
because you can't publish it till you have that, so,
So what's our time frame? I don't understand the urgency
well,
of
we're,
doing this.
well, there is a certain time frame with the seller, but, you know, but the hope is that we'll be able to notice the public hearing for, what is the date?
14th.
And I
Well,
believe
on
the
14th
intention.
For the 28th.
The intention of the school is to have this on for a bond in May, so they have to do those processes, so that the quicker, I believe, we can do this, they can do that, and the whole thing will
Yeah.
go. But we have to have that language clarified
Right. because,
today.
Right. Also, 42319 is a notice of public hearing to consider the acquisition of 127 and 137 Maris Lane, North Sea, and amend the community preservation project plan to include 137 Mary's Lane, and amend the CPF management and stewardship plan to include those properties. Yeah, public hearing would be February 28th. 42461 is again a notice of public hearing to consider the grant of a conservation easement in connection with the subdivision of JSC Resources, Inc. in West Hampton. This one would be on March 14th, 2023 at 1 p.m. 42463, it's a notice of public hearing to consider amending various sections of the town code in connection with retail cannabis dispensaries within the town of Southampton. And I think that's also March, let me just see. It's a long one, March 14th of 23, 1 p.m. So that's the zoning for cannabis dispensaries. And then 42468, authorize acquisition of development rights, restricted use easement, and historic preservation easement at 2 Bluff Point Lane, that's John Steinbeck home. Obviously subject to the closing of the public hearing.
And the guidelines,
And the what?
access agreement.
Yeah, the access agreement.
Like to be added to that, Sunday?
Okay, is that it? So this Sunday just needs the language from Jim,
Yeah.
right? Other than that, we're good? Okay?
Yes.
All right, so Sunday, you could publish when you have that.
It'll take the time to add all the sponsors now.
Yeah, lots of
Give a
co-sponsors.
few minutes.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so on the, back to the agenda, I think we're up to updates, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, I guess I'll start. Well, last night was the police awards, and I thought I brought my schedule from last night. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, here it is. So, Councilwoman McNamara was there, and Councilman Scavone was also there last night, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And, let's see, Officer of the Year was Police Officer Ralph Pepe. And then, not gonna read all of the award recipients, I can pass this around. The Public Safety Dispatcher of the Year was PSD Taylor Kern. And it was a, it was a really nice ceremony, lots, I think Detective Metcalf was there like a lot of the time, right? Because, there was quite a number of things that Detective Metcalf was recognized for. Other people also were brought up a number of times. I thought Chief Kiernan did a good job as the host or MC, and Lieutenant Ralph, I think, did a lot of work putting the event together. It was over at the college, Southampton College, at Chancellor's Hall in the Duke Auditorium there. Let me see what else. Earlier that day, I had recorded with Chief Kiernan, Talk of the Town show for, I guess, Sun TV or CTV, wherever that will go. That went well too. It was my first time really sitting down and interviewing the new police chief like that for the community. There's a wall raising ceremony in partnership with Habitat for Humanity and the town Housing Authority, Southampton Town Housing Authority, Island Outreach Foundation. This will be,
February.
February 14th at 9 a.m., so Valentine's Day morning, at 116 Dale Avenue, Riverside. This will be the fourth home constructed in the Riverside community by Habitat for Humanity. If you haven't had an opportunity to be at one of these wall raisings, they're really fun. It's a real community thing. It feels really good to help put together a house that will be attainable, affordable to a community member. So I encourage you all to go. I know we have to be back here that day for things, but hopefully you can fit it into your schedule. What else should I update you? I know the county, there's a law that's being proposed. I'm gonna have to ask Kathleen to do some analysis of it. They're trying to create a countywide sewer district. And, I believe there's some legislation pending at the county level that would charge all of our residents an assessment as well as possibly a property tax for the whole county, which will help fund these IA systems, but also will help fund the sewer plants in western Suffolk. Primarily, that's where the sewer plants are, like Bergen Point, and sort of spreads out the cost of operating those plants. It's something we're gonna have to look at carefully, whether this is something that, whether we wanna take a position on it. We have our own water quality funds. We're already sort of taxing ourselves to do the IA systems and build sewage treatment facilities. So,
We discussed this also in the context of the Riverside sewage district.
yeah, so I'm not saying right now whether I think it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think we need to do some analysis on this issue, and then decide whether, what position we as a township should take on it. So I think that's all I want to bring up for updates. Let me start with Councilwoman McNamara to my left.
Okay.
You're good? Rick?
So last night I did miss police awards. I had to go to the Flanders Riverside Northampton advisory meeting. It's the first one they've had in 3 months. They're doing a little bit of restructuring. They're getting a new board in place. The two speakers last night, one was Curtis Highsmith from the Housing Authority. He did speak about the wall raising and also the lottery system, and they're still taking applications for the next 4 affordable homes. We have all that information on the website. The second speaker was Joyce Novak from Peconic Estuary. She was explaining their contributions to the Riverside Park and the shoreline preservation that they gave us a grant for $100,000 for. So it was a nice meeting. It was well received. They had a good night there. Youth Advisory, Bureau also has the open mic, as I said before, tomorrow night, 5 to 8 at the Hampton Coffee in Southampton, grades 5 through 12. And one of the...
Not in Watermill?
In Southampton.
The one on County Road 39A?
Mhm.
Okay.
And also, they're doing a pancake breakfast on March 4th at the Hampton Bay Senior Center. It's $10. They raise money for some of their community service projects, so it's a good one to go to.
What time is that open mic there? That's tomorrow, is it?
Yeah, 6 to 8 tomorrow.
Friday night.
And the pancake breakfast at the Riverhead Senior Center?
No, the Hampton Bays Community Center. Yeah, it's poetry, instrumental, you can sing,
Cool.
whatever you want.
I have a conflict, but my other thing ends early. I'll try to swing by. All right, anything else?
That's it.
John?
Well, you touched on a couple of things already. We had a good meeting the other day here in town boardroom about electrification and some of the laws that are coming out of the state that I think we should support as a municipality. I think most municipalities support that. And I'll get that data to you guys in a formal format. On a fun side, I'm going to be with my sort of alma mater, West Hampton Beach High School robotics team, the first robotics team. They're actually going to do a demonstration next week, and Optimum supports them with a lot of money for doing that. And I was a mentor for many years before I came into office with that group, so it's just fun to watch this happen. And it's just fun to be with. They're great kids and future engineers, so.
The community supports that program
Oh,
quite a bit.
it's a big deal, and
Yeah.
these kids are so, have such ingenuity, and, and a couple of kids that I've followed over the years, one is at NASA now, and, it's really nice to see that, so it's exciting to see the next crop of robotics engineers next week, so, I'll leave it at that.
If you ever want to go to a scene, go to the first robotics competition at Hofstra University. It's awesome. There's several hundred kids. They bring banners, cheering sections, and they cheer on their team, including West Hampton Beach.
It's
Little
a
shout
national
out.
program.
I know it is.
Yeah.
A little shout out to Sag Harbor and where I work, Santa Mariches. It really is.
It's cool.
It's a high energy event, and you can go in and just check it out. This week, I went on the South Fork Commuter Connection to count folks and on the train, and I'm proud to say that on a cold day, with traffic flowing, we had 90 people on the commuter connection that traveled over the Shinnecock Canal. So that's our base of people. So we're looking to build that up, and that's my lead in to say that we are having a change in schedule. That's what I was doing there, was handing out schedule change, and the Long Island Railroad has announced that on February 27th, there's going to be a slight change in schedule. That means the first trains are going to be leaving 16 minutes earlier. The first afternoon train is 2 minutes, leaving 2 minutes later, and we are adding a stop on the later train, and that new stop is at Speonk. So those are some changes in the train schedules.
West Hampton,
Well,
West Hampton and Speonk, right? Or was it already going to West Hampton?
I thought it was
They
just
thought it used to
Speonk.
end at Hampton Bays. Maybe it ended at West Hampton. But
I think that's the morning one coming back after the second train, but it goes all the way to Speonk. So
Yeah.
West Hampton, they are going to stop there too. You don't have to jump off. And the bus trips, the loop trips are going to correspond with these schedules. So that's good to
That's
know.
good.
We have a lot of teachers, town employees for East Hampton Town and our town as well using the train. So that's good news. Also, in Sag Harbor, if we haven't, we are doing a project at Round Pond, shoreline restoration and stormwater runoff remediation. And we are going to have a public hearing and information session here at Town Hall and also in the village of Sag Harbor. Of course, you're all welcome to be here. And we're going to have a representative from the town trustees as well as the village of Sag Harbor, because this is a multi-jurisdictional project. It actually began in 2018, and it is coming to fruition. The public hearing in Sag Harbor is going to be on February 22nd. The public hearing here is next week on the 15th. These are Wednesday nights at 6:30.
anything else?
That's all for now.
Okay, so let's go back. That's it for our work session, but we do have some executive session items, which we can begin, I think, right at 1 o'clock. That'll give you a few minutes to try to get something to eat. But we have personnel, litigation, acquisitions. So I'll make a motion to end our work session and go into executive session on those items.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Bouvier, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.